Zinchenko, how's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another match reaction for you. This time for the Manchester City versus Manchester United game that's just come to a close at the Etihad Stadium, finishing 1-0 to the mighty Red Devils tonight anyway. Overall, it's finished 3-2 on aggregate to City, who knocked United out of the League Cup, and they themselves progressed through to the final. Oh! Sickening, absolutely pains me to say it. City are just a better team than United at the moment, aren't they? Much better managed team over the period of a few years, both upstairs, coaching, all that stuff. You have to say the style that they play. But United did a great job tonight in terms of just being in the game for most of the game there. You know, being in the game. Which we were not the last time out we played them. When we played them in the last fixture, the damage was all done there. We lost that tie 3-1. It was a shocking result and a shocking performance from us, and that's what's done the damage in this one. You know, we've done all right going up head-to-head against City this season in all competitions. We got one over on them in the league. Obviously, they did batter us in the League Cup there the other day, which has done the damage and stopped us getting through to the final. So, it is a nightmare, but United... At least we gave a decent account of ourselves going into this game tonight. I was thinking United are going to get freaking battered and schooled here by freaking Baldy Pep again. Because of the squad, because of the issues we've had recently. Burnley turned us over 2-0 for Pete's sake. Okay, we beat Tranmere the other day. I mean, what does that actually mean? Losing to some bloody B-Tech or beating some B-Tech Scousers. It doesn't really mean a lot. Test yourselves when you come up against quality teams like Manchester City, which is what they are. Look at that starting 11 that City put out there tonight, man. Pep Guardiola has taken this very, very seriously, this game. You know, if you look at the quality of the players that the City put out there tonight, I mean, you're talking, you know, your De Bruyne's and your Aguero's and your Bernardo Silva's and everybody, every position in the team was like one of their, pretty much the strongest team that they could put out. So I think United did a brilliant job getting the result tonight. We won the night 1-0. I know that doesn't really mean anything. We're knocked out, but we still went away to City and beat them 1-0. So I'm going to take a little bit from that. What I really want to say and what I really want to rant about, if there is anything to rant about right now, which I know we got knocked out to City, I was preparing myself for a loss, so I'm not too beat up about it, to be honest. But what really pisses me off is the Glazers and Woodward, and yeah, it's wrong to go to his house and throw flares over there and stuff, but he should still be out of this football club. If you look at the management of the club, today would have been really nice to have, I don't know, somebody available who's not named Jesse Lingard. Today would have been nice to have, like, Bruno Fernandes, earlier, at the start of the window, in January, or lo and behold, even in the summer, getting our deals wrapped up before the start of the season, to actually help us and help Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and help the team and help the squad. That's what we should have been doing. I think the mismanagement of the club is ridiculous. The fact we're in so much debt, they're servicing that debt, they're siphoning money out of the club. The Glazers need to go, man. Just think about what we could potentially be doing right now if we didn't have their leadership of this football club. That's what the really annoying thing is. You come up against a team like City, who do invest in their team heavily, who do invest in their manager heavily, who get the biggest names, who pay the significant, massive wages to these players, and they're owned by a sheikh, an oil sheikh, or whatever you want to say. But either way, he puts a lot of money into that football club, whereas our owners do not. And we were always struggle. We were always to beat the best teams in the league. We always struggle to beat the best teams like City, like Liverpool right now, with our owners at the helm, because they don't seem fully prepared to try and invest and improve this team like they bloody well should. You know, I mean, come on now. We need a forward up there. We need a striker up there. We need another winger as well. The team is stretched. The team has finishing issues. All things considered, the United players played like bloody lions out there. I mean, not actual lions, but, you know, somewhere in between a kitten and a pussycat and a lion. Somewhere in between that, maybe like a lynx. They played like a bunch of lynxes out there tonight, is what they did. And I thought it was decent. I must be honest, you know, first half an hour, City dominated us. They took the game right to us. They hurt us and hit us with their great possession play. They cut us open, balls over the top. Sergio Aguero, a constant menace, a constant threat, cut us open a couple of times. David De Gea had to make some incredible saves today to stop me. He probably gets my man of the match today because there's 3 or 4 really fantastic saves from David De Gea today. One of which, in particular, from that first Sergio Aguero chance where the balls come over the top and Luke Shaw's been absolutely tucked up like Sunday breakfast kipper. And he's been tucked up like you wouldn't believe. And David De Gea has made an incredible reactionary save, diving to his right, getting something on it to stop Sergio Aguero scoring with that light bulb-headed yellow fluorescent freaking bollocks head of his. But he is a great player. He's a tosser, but he's a great player. And we did a good job of dealing with him tonight. Let's not forget that tonight we went away to City, one of the best teams in the league, got a clean sheet, won the game, got a goal. And the goal came from Nemanja Matic, who I thought was generally pretty damn majestic tonight. I mean, we've been missing that sort of Serbian lunatic for a good while, haven't we? We've been missing him because he sort of melted into some sort of, I don't know, a melter and a Serbian candle, if you will. But recently, just recently, the last 4 or 5 games, he's come back into the side. And he is showing that he's up to the standard for United. He's showing that he can do it for us, and he did a really good job today of not just scoring the goal, which was a brilliant finish, by the way. Robin van Persie would have been freaking happy at that finish. It was just generally great in midfield there, taking things over for us, solid, and I thought he put in a really good performance up until, obviously, he got sent off for a ridiculously stupid second yellow card. Got to cut that out, but nice that Ole Gunnar put him on the electricity machine and gave him the 10,000 volts today to actually get him up for the task. He was up for it. I think Fred and Matic played pretty damn well together in the centre of the park there. Considering the quality opposition we're coming up against, I thought they'd done all right. So credit to them. Jesse Lingard starting the game, not what you want to see really. Don't understand why there's no opportunities given to Chong and Gomez. Look, I'm not going to criticise Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's selections and his tactics today, which you could do if you really wanted to. Fact is, we've gone to City and beat them 1-0 on the night. We were in the game right up until the end then, and if Nemanja Matic didn't get sent off for a bit of silliness, you never know what we could go on and do in that game. We could have perhaps nicked a goal at the end there and taken them to penalties. You never know. So United were absolutely in that game right into the end. That's why I'm not ridiculously overly pissed off about it, because it's probably more than we should have got. City are a better team. Look at the quality out there. Solskjaer's done a good job to nullify them tonight, and it was, to me, an acceptable level of a performance from the players out there in terms of effort levels, in terms of belief and taking it to them and having belief that we can get back into the game. Those players out there, they kept on fighting. So that's all I can really ask for. I'm quite happy in that sense. Defensively, I thought we were a little bit ropey, to be fair. Look, Maguire's lucky that he didn't give away a penalty in the first half. He brought down Raheem Sterling where Raheem was through on goal, knocked him over in the penalty area, and he was very, very fortunate not to give away a penalty for United in that first half. Equally, City had a couple of opportunities, ruled offside, goals in the back of the net there. I mean, on a different night, things could have gone worse for United, or things could have gone better for United. The refereeing, I think, in general, was pretty damn piss poor tonight. Choosing to use VAR when they want, choosing to wave off VAR when they want. I mean, it was just poor refereeing from the lads. I can't defend it. Piss poor. Oh, lads and lasses, let me get through the rest of the team then, just give you my thoughts and opinions on how the individuals did in the team. David De Gea, man of the match, great standout performance from him. Probably gets a 9 out of 10. Maybe it's a bit generous, but some of those saves, especially that one for Aguero in the first half, majestic. Really great performance from him. He kept us in it, to be fair. I know I'm singing United's praises, generally saying we dominated them, but if not for De Gea being on form, then it could have been a very poor day at the office for us. So De Gea gets man of the match. In front of him, Maguire and Lindelof, I thought they were pretty ropey throughout. I think Maguire's done some good stuff. Sure, at times they were good, but I mean, Lindelof made a couple of very schoolboy errors, like passing it into the path of Sergio Aguero to gift him a one-on-one opportunity with David De Gea, and needless bullshit like that you get from him, because you know what? He's just a little bit like a IKEA furniture. Do you know what I mean? He might be Swedish, he might be flat pack or whatever, he might be reasonably cheap, but you put it together and it's flimsy and it freaking falls apart and it ain't sturdy. It's not sturdy or stable like you want, unfortunately. We've basically got a flat pack IKEA defender in Victor Lindelof, which is a bit of a shame, and what I mean by that is he just makes too many errors. There's too many errors within his game. You saw a couple alone tonight where he could have gifted City a couple of goals. It's just not on. You can't keep making those errors at this level repetitively and expect to still be in the side. Maguire's made a little error tonight as well at one point, and generally the defence, I thought, didn't do that great. Luke Shaw, man, I mean, I feel bad for Luke Shaw. He's not the physically, the tallest of players or the most physical players, but I thought Luke Shaw did a pretty piss poor job at the back tonight defensively. There was a couple of times where he got tucked up and it should have led to a goal. That Aguero incident with the ball over the top, and then there's another Bernardo Silva incident where he's totally done him and got the shot off, and if not for David De Gea being great, it could have been a shit horror show. So what can I say? United, we've been beaten by City overall, but we won on the night. Good, decent defensive performance from the likes of Brandon Williams again, always impressing me. Over on the other side, I thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka continued that spider form that he has shown. He had Raheem Sterling in his pocket for most of the game. Look, Raheem's an incredible player. He got last season's Player of the Year for a reason. And what I'm saying, in his pocket, maybe he didn't have him in his pocket. There was a couple of times when Raheem got through. And in fact, one opportunity in particular where he's had De Gea flapping and crawling along the floor. And he should have smashed it into the back of the net and given them the lead. That's absolutely true. And he didn't. He was a little bit wayward with his finishing. But even so, other than that one opportunity, I'm struggling to think of a time when Raheem Sterling really got the better of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That was a very interesting battle to watch over on that right-hand side defensively for United. Because Raheem Sterling's obviously a very gifted player, insane dribbling skills, ability to beat a man, pace for days, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka dealt with him. Overall, considering the talents of the player and how effective he is in games, Aaron Wan-Bissaka dealt with him really, really well. And he probably gets my defender of the match, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I thought he was very, very good indeed. Really happy that we've got the lad signed into the season for any team, in my opinion. I think he's brilliant. Fred and Matic, they've done a good job in the centre of the park. As I said, Fred ticking things over. Shame that, we haven't got a better free kick taker out of the pitch because I don't think Fred's the man. Rashford's injured, Pogba's injured, Mata was on there. I don't know why he wasn't taking them. That's annoying. But Matic and Fred did a good enough job up until Matic was sent off. In front of them, Jesse Lingard, a.k.a. Jesse Shingard, a.k.a. Pigeon Face, a.k.a. Meow, a.k.a. freaking Invisible. That was not a good performance from Jesse Lingard. Look, he did actually have a hand in United's goal, though. Respect, because he just managed to nutbag two City defenders. He got fouled. He got hacked down. We won a free kick. The free kick's come in. Fred played it in. It's taken a deflection. City failed to clear it away. And it's fallen to Matic, who's finished it off like RVD in his prime. And that all came from Jesse Lingard winning that foul. So he did have a positive effect in the game today. I'm just saying his all-round play is not up to the United standard. Don't really see what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sees in Jesse Lingard still to this day. Like, he's awful. He really doesn't give you that much, even in terms of pressing and just being an annoying little harasser of the opposition. Doesn't really give you that much. He gives it away a lot of the time. Just never impressed with Jesse Lingard. Look, not for a couple of years anyway. He's been off the ball for way too long. The stats don't lie. He's a bag of shit out there for United. The stats don't lie. So it's annoying that he's selected. It's annoying that we don't get Angel Gomez or Chong or anybody else, even Pereira, starting over Jesse Lingard. And that is saying something, because I don't rate Pereira either. But it's a shame we don't get any other players starting over those guys in that position. That's an issue with Ollie. Okay, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to press and get at City today. I think we'd have maybe been a little bit better off starting Mata. Now, it's easy to say that. Lingard had a hand in our goal with winning the free kick. But City were never really going to get at us as much as they have done previously, because they had that 2-goal lead. They could control large portions of the game if they want, sit back a little bit more, not play the percentages going forward, trying to cut us open so much, and just wait for the right opportunities when we are a little bit at sea on the counter-attack for them. That's what I would have done, and so I would have played Mata because we're trying to unlock their defence a little bit. Saying that, though, what the hell do I know? Ollie's just got a 1-0 win against City, who are a much better team, and he's done the business for us. I want to say it was a shame that Mason Greenwood's gone off at half-time with a knock. Not another injury, man. We do not need that. We don't need any sort of problems with any more players at the moment. Certainly not Mason Greenwood, one of our natural finishers that we've got in the side, one of the most clinical players we've got, and certainly one of the most impactful players that we've got in the side. We don't need anything happening to Mason, and he's gone off at half-time. So hopefully it's just a precautionary thing. Hopefully, it's not anything serious, and that was just a precaution. Dan James came on at half-time. Average performance from Dan James. Who was over on the other side for United? Bloody hell, I've forgotten. Anyway, Martial up top there. It was not the best performance from Anthony Martial. Again, still lacking in the movement department a little bit. Look, United for the first half of the game just couldn't get going. We couldn't create, we couldn't cut them open, we couldn't get any fluidity in the final third whatsoever, which was a real problem. Really piss poor it was for the first half an hour. After that, we frustrated City and things got a little bit better for us, but still not great. But Martial, again, quite invisible up top there. Another sort of inconsistent performance from Anthony Martial. Difficult one for him, of course, going up against City's defence here. With the players we've got and the lack of ability to create and stuff like that and find our man up there with a killer pass. It's an issue that we've got that we hope Bruno Fernandes will come in and solve. Oh, right then, lads and lasses. Get on the old comment section. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Appreciate all of you for being here. Please do smash a cheeky little like on it and get your thoughts in as we go along. I'm feeling really tired. I've got a lot of tooth pain. I've been talking for a long time, so I'm probably only going to stick around for about 10 minutes or something today. I'm just pissed off, man. I'm just fed up. I just don't really feel like doing this today after losing the City there. Piss poor it is. But there you go. I'm here. I'm committed. I wanted to give you my thoughts and opinions in one regard, but at the same time, bloody hell. City beating us. Terrible situation, piss poor January transfer window. Say what you want about Bruno Fernandes, that's a good signing. Hopefully that all gets done and dusted. But as an overall, the window's been shite. Michael Collins, thank you very much, Michael Collins, for the super chat here, my friend. Big un from you, lad. Thank you for getting in here and supporting the channel as you do. He's commented, can't become a member thanks to Apple Melt Jobs, but wanted to say thanks for your dedication to the club and hard work on the channel. Hope there's still room for me in the Bacon Brigade. Michael Collins, you bloody legend. Thank you so much for showing your support on the channel like that, my friend. Really appreciate that. Apple are melt jobs, my friend. If I were you, I'd go and join Android straight away. Go and get an Android, son. But anyway, no, fair enough. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll keep up the dedication and always doing the videos and the watch-alongs and all that stuff. So appreciate all you guys who watch them. As long as there's a few of you people that tune in and watch them, I'll keep doing them because I love them. I do have a great amount of fun. Obviously, it's not the best when we lose to our bitter rivals and all stuff like that. Thank you so much there, Michael Collins. Also, the third man in who went up to the moon for the moon landings. Never actually set foot on the moon, but Michael Collins, I think he was in the what's it called? In the whatever majiggy. Thank you very much, Michael Collins. Alex Rudd with a super chat also. Thank you for getting in here. Alex Rudd, he comments, melted into a melter. Pig 20, 2020. Is that why I said melted into a melter? That's fucking awful. But either way, you understand what I'm saying. It's a melt job into a melt fest. That's what it was. Matt Rush as well with another one. He comments, thank you so much, Alex Rudd. Matt Rush comments, Ollie showing passion tonight. Shouting at Lingard. More of that, please. Top show, Pig. Thank you, Matt Rush. Yes, I agree with you. I think it was nice to see a little bit of animation from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on the sidelines. Too often is he just like this very quiet little golem, just admiring his precious and not really getting too animated or fired up out there on the sidelines. He was doing that a little bit tonight. It was good to see. He was barking the orders to Jesse Lingard, who was shocking for the first 20 minutes of the game and needed telling exactly what to do out there because he wasn't doing anything. So Solskjaer did mix things up a little bit, and his in-game management in that first half was actually there to see for a change, and we did change things. And after about the half an hour mark, you saw us starting to frustrate City and get at them, and that's when we scored our goal. Comment here from Faz Z, who says, Martial lazy FC, thinks it was a lazy performance by Martial up top there. We could definitely do with a little bit more movement from the lad. It must be difficult for him because, like I say, we don't create that much from him, especially up against City when you are starved of possession for large portions of that game. Thank you very much here as well. We've got another super chat here, this time from Eddie Otto. Thank you very much for getting in here, Eddie Otto. Shout out to you for getting involved in the watch-along and the live stream also. Comments and says, Martial bad form or no proper attacking coaching? It's an interesting one, isn't it, Eddie? Because he just didn't look quite at the races today. It's hit or miss from him. One game he looks good, the next game he looks poor. Don't know what's going on with Martial. Will he ever be that consistent goal scorer for us? It remains to be seen. I don't think it's bad coaching. I think maybe it's just simply bad, I don't know, just a transitional time for him. He's going from a wide position player to being an out-and-out number 9 again. And also, United don't have that quality. If he was getting the service, chances laid on a plate for him, he'd be banging in the goals, and that's what can happen when you have quality in midfield who can unlock. Now, people like Jesse Lingard not really up to it. Pereira's not really up to it. We really do struggle. We saw Mata come on late at the end of the game, probably a little too late. It's just very, very frustrating to be a United fan right now. What can I say? We've lost to City. They're better than us. Martial's misfiring up there, really, hit or miss. We don't have the depth in a lot of the positions. One injury to Martial, we're screwed. Greenwood's taken a knock. Dan James is bloody knackered. Poor lad, bless him, needs a rest. We need some signings. We need some players. We need some players to come in. We need a forward. We need a winger. We need a defensive mid. And Bruno Fernandes. So that's my thoughts on it. And a centre-back too. Although Bailey's coming back into it. And I think he can maybe, shore up the back line. Because I think Lindelof's just a melter. You saw that today, Victor. What you doing, Dwindleoff, son? Thank you very much for your super chats. Let's get into the regular paupers questions then. Appreciate everyone who's getting in here. Alex Red says Michael Collins was the third guy. That's absolutely right. It's the third guy who went along with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin when the Americans landed on the moon. But he never actually set foot on the moon there. Jarvis Cocker, shout out to you. Thanks for stopping by. The Saint comments Woodward at the Hilton in a safe room. That's right. He's going to definitely have a panic room built at his gaff now, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Sam Ingram comments, Dear Flying Pig, hopefully Manchester United beat Wolverhampton Wanderers on Saturday 4-0. Thank you very much, Sam. Yeah, I hope we do. We need a good performance out there against Wolves, to be fair, because they're just not up to the current, United are just not up to the current standard, and Wolves obviously are a great team this season. They're doing good. They're on the same points as us. It's going to be difficult for us. We beat them in the league in the was it the FA Cup? League Cup previous round? I've got a terrible memory right now. My brain's gone to jelly, to be honest. I've been on here for about 7 hours this today doing videos and stuff, so my brain's a little bit mushified. But either way, United are shit. Our owners are shite, and we need to change and get some more players in there. Totally forgot what we were talking about. There we go. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in. Get your thoughts and opinions in for the comments. I'm going to stick around for just a couple more minutes. Do chuck a little like on this post-match show if you're in here. Just so tired of United, so tired of the Glazers, tired of Woodward. I know a lot of people blame Ollie for the lack of getting through to the final and the fact that we have bottled it to City here. We've not bottled it tonight, though. The bottle job was really done in the first leg. I know a lot of people don't like Ollie, but I think he's actually done a good job considering we're playing one of the best managers in the world with one of the best teams in the world who did put one of their best teams out on the pitch that they could have put out. What more are you wanting from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer than to go there and win the game tonight? Thought he's done a good job. Matt Rush comments, Rojo's going on loan to Argentina. Yeah, I believe he's going to Estudiantes on loan. Think maybe we got him from there, did we? I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of Boca, River Plate, the ones that think Estudiantes is definitely one of the well-known ones. But he's going to play for them on loan anyway. Matt Rush comments, Martial, very little service, Matt Lewis. Bruno might change this. I'm hoping Bruno will change that. Hopefully we can get that creator, that unlocker of defences that we so desperately need. Jesse Lingard's more like a padlock. Do you know what I mean? He's not a key. He's not a key. He's more like a padlock that you put up there. That's not even really that much of a good padlock. Like one of those shite ones you put on those crappy chain bicycle locks. That's really easy to pick. It's kind of like that, but he's sort of not really an unlocker, is he? He's not a key. Cantonar 7 comments, we want to give youth a chance. No Chong, Gomez or Garner ever. Thoughts? Hey, I agree with you on that. Like, why play Jesse Lingard over Chong or Gomez right now? Or anybody? Like, it makes no sense. The only thing I can think of is those players are just not fit enough. To be fair, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has put them into the side, Chong in particular, they just haven't really performed. Like, Chong's not looked good at all, really, this season. Gomez, on the other hand, I just don't think he's had that much opportunities by Ole. I do think that Ole Gunnar should have absolutely given Gomez way more opportunities this season, especially when you see just how poor Jesse Lingard's been doing and what his statistics are like. They just don't lie, do they? Ryan Berberspin9 comments, proud of my team tonight and happy to see Ollie show a bit of anger. Long may it continue. Nice one, Ryan. Yeah, very good point. We did put in a decent performance. We were fighting for it. The motivation of the team, the determination of the team was there to be seen. It wasn't awful, but at the same time, it wasn't great either. Jacqueline comments, come on United. Nice to see there's a bit of positivity in this live chat. Sometimes people do get massively on the Ollie out brigade for any sort of a fixture, but I think people are realising that he's just up against it at the moment. We don't have the squad. Look at City's depth. Look at City's bench. All of their bench would get in our starting 11 pretty much. You know, it's the depth is not there. The quality's not there. We're lacking in a few certain areas. I've gone over it so many times and getting sick of my own bloody voice talking about it, but it's true. Ultimate Treble comments, Pig, why the hell didn't Mata take the free kick? Everyone knows Fred can't take free kicks. I was saying the same thing myself. Mata's our best free kick taker we got on the side at the moment. The most accurate, conversion rates, things like that. I do truly believe that. And Fred just hasn't scored a free kick for us ever. So I agree. Like, Mata should have taken it. Don't know what was going on there. Of course, if Fred bangs it in there, we're all calling Fred a hero. But Fred took it, hit the wall. Mata should have absolutely been taking our free kicks, especially, at the end of the game when he's come on there. Sam Ingram says, Dear Flying Pig, Manchester United should sell Andreas Pereira, Eric Bailly, Phil Jones and Jesse Lingard to Wigan Athletic. Bit harsh on Eric Bailly. I think Bailey's looked good when we've actually seen him. It's just a fitness issue and a keeping him around the club if it's a suspension thing or a fitness issue or whatever. I'd like to see more from him. I think he's looked great. Hopefully he can forge a partnership with Maguire. That's my personal opinion. The Saint, thank you very much for getting in here. Also, Matt Rush comments... Emil Heskey off to Inter. Not sure who he's referring to right there, to be fair. Mark Sin comments, we're still waiting for Fred's free kick to land from the Arsenal game weeks ago. Very true, Mark. I mean, he's not great at the old free kicks. He does lack a bit of Brazilian in that sense, that's for sure. JP comments, Yap Stam to Inter. Don't know what that's all about. Ramos comments, we still should be in higher in the league. We're as good as Chelsea on paper. I don't know if we are as good as Chelsea on paper, especially with our injury problems. I know a lot of teams do get injury problems here and there, but no, I'm not totally convinced about that. I think United have got a slightly weaker team than Chelsea, even, who didn't strengthen, and they lost their best player, Eden Hazard, in the window. They didn't strengthen. But even then, I think we just got a little bit of a weaker side. I think we're about where we should be in the league. Maybe if we get Bruno Fernandes, you can argue with a creative spark in the centre of the park, maybe we can do better there. But look, we've got a striker up top there in Martial. He's not really a proven out-and-out striker. He's banging in the goals regularly. Rashford's injured now for a few months. Pogba's injured. McTominay's injured. Hampered by injury problems. The squad depth is highlighted by the injuries, and I don't think we've got it. That's my personal opinione. But thank you very much for yours. G Wolf comments, as soon as Bruno comes in, he's taking the free kicks and corner taker. That's a very good shout, actually. How many free kicks does he score? Does anybody know that? Is he a regular free kick scorer? I'd love to know what his conversion rates are and the stats are for that. Eddie Otto comments, remember Mata last season, free kick against Newcastle and Juve, I think. I can remember a bunch of free kicks that Mata scored for United. He really is a very reliable free kick taker. SG Legend comment, Pig, we just signed an expensive player and beat City and you are going on about Woodward and Glazers again. Oh my God, some people are just so easily pleased. SG Legend, you've been on here a while. But if you're appeased by the fact that Woodward and co have put their hand in the pocket and signed Bruno Fernandes and that makes you happy, I'd be very, very worried about what you really think about United, because I just totally disagree with you. I think we should be really unhappy. We should still be going on about the Glazers, still be going on about Woodward. Buying one player doesn't paper over any cracks for me. We're miles away from the likes of Liverpool and City. Liverpool 33 points ahead of us. Bruno Fernandes is not going to come in and make those 33 points up. No way. That's like we're miles away, my friend. I mean, I appreciate you getting involved, but Glazers out, Woodward out. That's all I want to say at the moment. They're not doing a good job. If they had been doing a good job, we'd have got some players in the summer transfer window to help Ollie out. Ollie just had Sanchez, Lukaku and Herrera leave and we didn't replace. I'll say that again. Anyway, you've triggered me there. That's it, lads and lasses. I'm going to wrap this video up now because I'm bloody knackered. My tooth's absolutely killing me as well. But I've braved it out for you lads and lasses here. And thank you so much to you all for tuning in. There's 130 of you legends in here right now. Please smash a cheeky little like on this video if you are tuning in right now. But yeah, don't let this signing change your opinion on the Glazers or change your opinion on Woodward. Look, don't go to his house and throw flares over it and do bullshit stuff like that. But you have to still protest. We need somebody else in a director of football position. Woodward has proven himself over the last however many years since Gill went. He's quite incompetent at this job. His appointments haven't been great. His ability to manoeuvre in the transfer market has not been great at all. It's just piss poor the way this club's run. So don't let one signing change your opinion on that, people. Glazers out, Woodward out, sack Woodward, sack a lot of them, honestly. Don't feel sorry for Woodward just because, they had this incident happen. Okay, feel sorry for him and his family, it's wrong, but that shouldn't go, well, do you know what, let's just get off Woodward's back. No, keep protesting, keep singing the songs, keep walking out of the stadium, keep stopping turning up to games, stop buying the merchandise, prove a point, hit the Glazers where it hurts, which is in the freaking pocket, lads and lasses. And do it now, otherwise this football club will take forever to get back to where we should be. And where we should be is up there as one of the very best clubs in England. We're a shadow of ourselves right now. That's why I hate the Glazers. That's why I want them out. Because I'm sick of what they've done to this football club. I want to see us progressing and building and catching up City and Liverpool. Not just stagnating and falling down into a new Arsenal or what Liverpool were before their current owners came along. So that's how I feel about it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there, lads and lasses. Thank you so much for getting involved with the live chat and the show and the watch along and all that good stuff and the Pig and the Hen show earlier on. Great Pig and the Hen show earlier. If you want to watch a couple of hours of 2 or 3 hours of podcasting, please do get involved and watch the Pig and the Hen show that was on today at 1 o'clock it was on. You can rewatch it back. I'm going to wrap it up there. Have yourselves a good evening. Yeah, United lost to City. I think our owners are the biggest problem at the club. What can I say? I think Ollie's got it reasonably right tonight. We won the game 1-0 on the night. We just don't have the players there. The fitness issues, the injuries, the squad depth, that's the reason we lost to City. Right, guys, see you soon. This is the Pig on Flying Pig United. It's been a pleasure. Stay classy, take it easy. Come on, United. And it's always shit losing to City, to be fair. It is, it's never good. I'm not happy about it, don't get me wrong, but I am reasonably happy with how we went at them and how we got at them and how we, gave a decent account of ourselves from an effort level point of view and all that good stuff. So, there we go. That's the end of the vid. Thanks so much for tuning in. Matt Lewis, Matt Rush, OTB, Eddie R2, G Wolf United, here Snark, everybody else who's in the live chat. Thanks for stopping by, and these Patreon legends at the end here. Thanks for being a part of the channel and helping to support it. There's a link in the description if that's of any interest to you guys. Obviously, this channel's free, but if you did want to sort of help out, then, you've got the option to do that, such as these legends. So thank you to all you people that do help out with the channel on Patreon. It's much appreciated. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Chuck a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for more match reactions and all that good stuff. And, yeah, you stay classy. What can I say? Just feeling a bit deflated and frustrated at the current state of United in general. Peace.